Amazon stands on the precipice of its latest earnings report, a moment with profound market implications. This narrative transcends simple online shopping, representing a critical juncture for a dominant global tech titan. As a primary mover of major indices, its performance dictates the rhythm of the broader market. Our analysis begins by dissecting core expectations, specifically focusing on revenue targets near $150 billion. Analysts have set their sights on earnings per share projected near $1 for this quarter. While these figures reflect undeniably solid growth, the modern market remains notoriously demanding and unforgivingly precise. We initiate our deep dive by examining the e-commerce segment, the company's traditional retail foundation. Despite its massive scale, this division now faces intense competition and significantly slower growth trajectories today. Investors must look beyond the surface of retail to identify the true underlying drivers of value. The narrative shifts focus toward the primary profit engine, the powerhouse known as Amazon Web Services. Here, cloud growth serves as the definitive indicator for bullish sentiment among institutional and retail investors. We set the stage for a comprehensive exploration of how these metrics dictate the stock's future. The digital marketplace watches with bated breath as these numbers prepare to reshape the financial landscape. Every percentage point in cloud expansion carries weight, signaling the health of the broader digital economy. As we peel back the layers of revenue, the complexity of Amazon's operational model becomes evident. Retail margins are thinning, forcing the company to rely heavily on its high-margin cloud infrastructure services. Investors are scrutinizing the balance between massive capital expenditure and the promise of future efficiency gains. The upcoming earnings call will likely address these tensions, providing clarity on the company's strategic direction. Market participants are bracing for volatility, knowing that even minor deviations from guidance can cause ripples. We must consider how global economic conditions influence consumer behavior within the vast Amazon ecosystem today. The sheer scale of Amazon means its success is inherently tied to the health of consumers. If retail growth falters, the pressure on the cloud division to compensate becomes even more intense. This delicate balancing act is what makes the upcoming report so vital for every serious investor. We are looking for signs of resilience in the face of shifting macroeconomic headwinds and pressures. The data points we analyze today provide the framework for understanding the company's long-term growth trajectory. By focusing on revenue targets, we can gauge the effectiveness of recent strategic initiatives and investments. Earnings per share remains the gold standard for measuring profitability in this highly competitive tech environment. As we move forward, we will continue to monitor these key performance indicators with great scrutiny. The intersection of retail and cloud technology creates a unique profile that defines Amazon's market position. Understanding this duality is essential for anyone attempting to navigate the current complexities of the market. Artificial intelligence remains a central pillar of the company's long-term vision and capital allocation strategy. Investors are waiting for concrete signals that these massive AI investments are translating into tangible revenue. The market compares Amazon's progress against giants like Microsoft, seeking a competitive edge in innovation. Expectations are building, creating a high-pressure environment where even solid results might feel like a disappointment. We must remain vigilant regarding the risks inherent in such a rapid expansion of infrastructure capacity. Slowing consumer spending patterns could dampen the retail segment, further shifting reliance toward the cloud division. High costs in logistics and global supply chain management continue to weigh on the company's bottom line. When market expectations reach these lofty heights, the margin for error becomes razor thin for management. We analyze how the stock might react to a potential beat or miss in the upcoming report. Should AWS growth surprise to the upside, the market response could be overwhelmingly bullish for shareholders. Conversely, any sign of slowing growth or weak guidance could trigger a swift negative price correction. These market moves are often instantaneous, leaving little time for those unprepared for the sudden volatility. The lesson here is clear. Amazon is no longer defined by its humble origins in online books. It has evolved into a massive, multifaceted conglomerate spanning cloud, artificial intelligence, and global logistics infrastructure. Discerning investors must look past the headline revenue numbers to understand the true source of growth. Profitability is increasingly driven by the cloud, making AWS the most critical metric to watch closely. We continue to track how these segments interact to form the overall financial health of the firm. The upcoming earnings release will serve as a litmus test for the company's current strategic path. We remain committed to breaking down these complex financial reports into actionable insights for our audience. Subscribing to our channel ensures you stay ahead of these critical market developments as they unfold. Our short-form content provides quick, punchy breakdowns for those who need the essential data on the go. We emphasize the importance of AWS and AI as the primary drivers of future stock valuation. The market is watching, and we will be here to interpret every significant move after the bell. Stay tuned as we prepare to dissect the actual numbers once the official report is released. Every detail, from operating margins to cloud growth rates, will be scrutinized in our follow-up analysis. Your understanding of these dynamics is the key to navigating the volatility of the tech sector. We appreciate your engagement as we explore the intricate details of Amazon's financial performance and future. The journey of understanding market movers is continuous, and we are glad to have you along. Keep watching for our updates as we monitor the situation closely in the coming days ahead. Prepare yourselves for the market reaction, as the next few hours will define the immediate future. Building upon our previous analysis, the narrative now shifts toward the company's future strategic investments. Amazon is pouring massive capital into artificial intelligence and the underlying infrastructure required for global scale. While the market eagerly waits for concrete signals of success in AI, the competitive pressure remains. Rivals like Microsoft continue to challenge Amazon's dominance, making this a significant factor to watch closely. We must also address the inherent risks currently facing the company in this volatile economic climate. Cooling consumer spending remains a primary concern for analysts tracking the retail giant's long-term health metrics. Furthermore, the high operational costs associated with global logistics continue to pressure the company's bottom line. When market expectations are set this high, even positive results can lead to significant investor disappointment. This is especially true if the company's forward-looking guidance fails to impress the skeptical Wall Street. We conclude by outlining two potential scenarios that could define the stock's immediate and future trajectory. The first scenario involves a potential surge driven primarily by strong performance within the AWS division. Conversely, the second scenario involves a market correction caused by slowing growth in key business sectors. Ultimately, Amazon has successfully evolved into a highly diversified cloud computing and global infrastructure giant today. Understanding the true source of its growth is now more important than ever for serious investors. Investors must carefully weigh these factors against the backdrop of an increasingly competitive and complex market. We wrap up this analysis by encouraging our viewers to subscribe for ongoing, detailed financial insights. We also invite you to explore our short-form content for quick and highly impactful market updates. Stay tuned as we continue to monitor these critical developments in the ever-evolving tech landscape daily. The intersection of cloud technology and artificial intelligence remains the most vital area for future growth. As the earnings report approaches, the market's reaction will likely be swift and potentially quite volatile. Investors should remain vigilant, focusing on the core metrics that truly drive long-term shareholder value creation. Our team will provide comprehensive coverage of the results as soon as they are officially released. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into Amazon's complex and multifaceted financial future. We look forward to bringing you more expert analysis on the companies shaping our global economy. Remember to hit the notification bell to ensure you never miss an update on market trends. The path forward for Amazon is paved with both immense opportunity and significant, unavoidable operational challenges. Only time will tell if their massive investments in AI will yield the expected long-term returns. Until then, we will keep a close watch on every indicator that influences the stock price. Your engagement helps us continue providing high-quality financial reporting for our dedicated and growing community. We appreciate your support as we navigate these complex financial waters together in the coming weeks. The sheer scale of Amazon's operations requires constant vigilance from those monitoring the global markets. Every quarterly report serves as a critical checkpoint for the company's long-term strategic vision and goals. Analysts are currently dissecting every available data point to predict the upcoming quarterly performance figures accurately. The revenue targets remain ambitious, reflecting the company's aggressive push into new digital service territories globally. Earnings per share estimates provide a clear benchmark for evaluating the company's current operational efficiency levels. Investors are particularly focused on how these earnings will impact the stock's valuation in the short term. The e-commerce sector, while foundational, is now facing significant headwinds from a changing global consumer landscape. Margins in the retail division are under pressure, forcing Amazon to prioritize efficiency over pure growth. This shift in strategy highlights the importance of the cloud division as the primary profit engine. AWS continues to be the backbone of Amazon's financial success, driving consistent and reliable operating income. Cloud growth metrics will be the most scrutinized data points during the upcoming earnings conference call. Any sign of deceleration in cloud adoption could trigger a negative reaction from the institutional investors. Conversely, accelerated growth in the cloud sector would likely solidify Amazon's position as a market leader. Artificial intelligence integration across the cloud platform is another critical area that warrants deep investor attention. The market is waiting for tangible proof that these AI investments are translating into actual revenue. Competition in the AI space is fierce, with major tech players vying for dominance in infrastructure. Amazon must demonstrate that its infrastructure is superior to capture the growing demand for AI services. Logistics costs remain a persistent challenge that could impact the overall profitability of the retail segment. Managing these costs effectively is essential for maintaining the company's competitive edge in the retail market. Consumer spending patterns are shifting, and Amazon must adapt its offerings to remain relevant and profitable. The volatility surrounding earnings season requires investors to have a well-defined strategy for their portfolios. Diversification remains a key principle for navigating the uncertainties inherent in the current financial market environment. We will continue to provide updates as new information becomes available regarding Amazon's quarterly financial performance. Our goal is to empower our audience with the knowledge needed to make informed investment decisions. The complexity of Amazon's business model demands a nuanced understanding of its various interconnected revenue streams. We encourage you to share your thoughts on Amazon's future in the comments section below today. Your feedback helps us tailor our content to meet the needs of our diverse financial community. Stay focused on the long-term trends rather than getting distracted by short-term market noise and volatility. Thank you again for your continued support and for being a part of our growing channel. We look forward to seeing you in our next video, where we will explore another market.